When it comes to legendary anime powerhouses, Satoru Gojo from Jujutsu Kaisen and Madara Uchiha from Naruto are in a league of their own. These two characters represent the pinnacle of strength, skill, and dominance in their respective universes. But anime fans have always wondered, what would happen if these titans clashed? Could Gojo's infinity withstand the unrelenting power of Madara's perfect Susanoo? Would Madara's genius outplay Gojo's boundless cursed energy? Today, we'll dive deep into their abilities, strengths, and tactical approaches to find out who truly reigns supreme in this epic showdown. Prepare yourself, because this battle isn't just theoretical, it's legendary. Satoru Gojo, the limitless sorcerer. Satoru Gojo isn't just a sorcerer, he's a force of nature. Known as the most powerful jujutsu sorcerer in existence, Gojo's abilities make him practically untouchable. Infinity, the ultimate defense. Gojo's infinity ability is what sets him apart from any opponent. By manipulating space on an atomic level, Gojo creates a barrier that slows down anything trying to touch him. Whether it's a physical attack, a projectile, or Madara's devastating jutsu, it would all stop before reaching him. This ability effectively renders Gojo untouchable unless his opponent can break through his technique, a feat no one in Jujutsu Kaisen has achieved. 6 Eyes, perfect awareness. The 6 Eyes aren't just about looking cool. This ability allows Gojo to perceive cursed energy with absolute clarity, giving him complete control over his techniques. It also minimizes his cursed energy consumption, allowing him to use his most powerful abilities almost indefinitely. Against someone as unpredictable as Madara, this heightened perception could be the key to staying one step ahead. Domain expansion, unlimited void. Gojo's unlimited void is a technique that traps his opponent in an overwhelming space of infinite information. It paralyzes their mind, rendering them incapable of taking any action. Even someone as strong-willed as Madara would struggle to counter this overwhelming sensory overload. Madara Uchiha, the god of war. Madara Uchiha, on the other hand, is a warrior who commands respect and fear. His name alone is enough to strike terror into the hearts of his enemies. Sharingan and Rinnegan, mastery of power. Madara's Sharingan allows him to anticipate and counter his opponent's movements with near-perfect accuracy. Combined with his Rinnegan, he gains access to godlike abilities, such as absorbing energy-based attacks, summoning meteors, and manipulating gravity. These abilities make Madara incredibly versatile, capable of adapting to any battle situation. Perfect Susanoo, unstoppable force. Madara's perfect Susanoo is a colossal construct of chakra, acting as both an indestructible shield and a weapon of mass destruction. Its power is so immense that it can cleave through mountains and decimate armies. Against Gojo, the Susanoo could be Madara's best weapon for testing the limits of infinity. Edo Tensei Immortality. If we're considering Madara in his Edo Tensei form, he gains an almost unfair advantage, immortality. Even if Gojo finds a way to strike a fatal blow, Madara's body would regenerate, allowing him to continue fighting without fear of death. Strategic genius. Madara isn't just a powerhouse, he's a tactical genius. From orchestrating the fourth great ninja war to manipulating countless enemies, Madara's ability to outthink his opponents is unmatched. Against Gojo, this intellect would play a critical role in finding weaknesses in Gojo's abilities. Scenario: how the battle would unfold. Let's paint a picture of how this fight might go. Phase 1, testing the waters. The fight would likely begin with Madara launching a barrage of attacks, ranging from basic ninjutsu to large-scale techniques like summoning meteors. Gojo, of course, would rely on his infinity to block everything effortlessly. This phase would be a test for both combatants. Madara would gauge Gojo's defenses, while Gojo would analyze Madara's immense chakra reserves. Phase 2, tactical maneuvers. Madara, realizing that brute force isn't working, would shift to more strategic attacks. Using his Rinnegan, he might attempt to absorb Gojo's cursed energy or use Genjutsu to trap him mentally. Meanwhile, Gojo would counter with precise use of his cursed technique lapse, blue, and cursed technique reversal, red, manipulating space to create devastating long-range attacks. Phase 3, the decisive moves. At this point, both fighters would bring out their ultimate techniques. Gojo's unlimited void would come into play, trapping Madara in a domain of infinite information. However, Madara's Rinnegan might allow him to resist or even break out of the domain, depending on his chakra reserves and willpower. On the other hand, Madara's perfect Susanoo could deliver earth-shattering blows, forcing Gojo to stay on the defensive. Key factors in the fight. Immortality versus invincibility. This battle essentially boils down to two concepts: Madara's immortality versus Gojo's invincibility. While Gojo can't be touched thanks to infinity, Madara can't be killed thanks to Edo Tensei. The result? A stalemate unless one can find a way to bypass the other's ultimate defense. Power scaling. In terms of raw destructive power, Madara has the upper hand. His large-scale attacks, like dropping meteors or unleashing his Susanoo, could decimate entire landscapes. However, Gojo's abilities rely on precision and finesse, giving him an edge in one-on-one combat. Mentality and strategy. Gojo is a confident fighter who often toys with his opponents, while Madara is ruthless and calculating. This difference in mentality could play a significant role in the outcome. If Gojo underestimates Madara, it could lead to a critical mistake. Conclusion: who would win? In the end, this is one of those rare battles where a definitive winner is hard to declare. If the fight is a short, explosive encounter, Gojo's Infinity and Unlimited Void could give him the edge, incapacitating Madara before he can adapt. However, in a prolonged battle, Madara's strategic genius, immense chakra reserves, and immortality might tip the scales in his favor. Ultimately, it's a clash of ideologies as much as abilities: Gojo's confidence and precision versus Madara's overwhelming power and tactical brilliance. So, what do you think? Would Gojo's Infinity prove unstoppable, or would Madara's genius find a way to break through? Let us know in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more epic anime matchups.